Brad Oscar's been playing Bialystock for nearly 2 years now. So I began by asking him, how does he cope with this exhausting role 8 times a week and performing it for nearly 2 years consecutively?
You know what? It's like this is what I always dreamed about, and to have this material to go out and play 8 times a week, I sometimes think, can it get any better than this? So I'm going to sort of milk it for all it's worth, and stay here till I drop, or they kick me out, or whatever.
How do you make it seem so fresh every night when you've been doing it for so long?
Well, first of all, that's our job, needless to say, as an actor, is to go out there and recreate every night. But it is live theater. And because this show lives and breathes in the way that it does, the exchange of energy with the audience is so important, because it's a musical comedy. So ideally, they're laughing and they're having a good time. And so there is that exchange of energy, and that makes it different every night. Plus, we're different every night. I mean, we come to work, we bring our day with us, whether it was a good day or a bad day or whatever, and you've got you've got 24 people on stage and more than that off stage, so everybody in this building is coming together each night or twice on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and so each performance really is different, albeit obviously the same in structure and what you hear and what you see, but I think that's what's sort of special about this show, is that because the material is so much fun to play, it really doesn't get boring. I mean, it gets tiring, of course, but I've never been bored.
Where could you be that would be better than this right now in musical theatre?
That's just it. I don't think there is, exactly. I mean, I'm thinking I might have to just leave the business when this is over, because, I mean, what more could you ask for? It's true. And again, why I'm savoring every moment of it, and why I feel so blessed, because it truly is a very, musical theater is such a collaboration. You have so many people coming together to create, obviously, ideally a whole, one piece, and they nailed it, and that's a rare thing. I think in many shows, certainly many musicals, you can say that the book is better than the score is better than, the direction was great but the choreography wasn't so on, or the costumes, but I didn't love this. Everything about the producers, I think, is they were all on the same page, and that's really a very special and unique thing.
One thing about the show is you're relying on so many people. There's a lot to go wrong, and I find that fascinating from your point of view, that you really are trusting solely in the sound man, in the scenery man, because one slip, one trip, and this could all fall apart, really. He packs it so tight, and it's so tightly written. There's really very little room for mistake in terms of the scenery and the set and the lighting.
Right, which is why you pray that everyone's a professional, and that's why we're all in unions, I guess, and but it is live theater, so obviously things do go wrong. There are mess ups. There are things that aren't necessarily as they should be, or you have to sort of finesse something to get through. But no, we've got an amazing group of people here, and the nice thing is, we've been here now 3.5 years, and it becomes your family. I mean, this is my family. I spend a lot of time here with these people, and we come together 8 times a week to make one thing happen, and I think we're very blessed, because I've been fortunate to work a lot, but I've never worked in an environment like this that is so nurturing and supportive, and that comes from the top down, again, because of the show that we're doing. I guess if you're doing Death of a Salesman 8 times a week, you're not all cheery and kicking your heels up backstage or whatever, but we're pretty lucky.
Couple of quick questions. Producers West End, will it work?
We're all hoping, we're all hoping. I mean, I know it's been a long time. I know that, you guys have been waiting for a while, and I think they've assembled an excellent cast from everything I hear. I think that the show is universal enough that it should play over there. But, you never know. I mean, right there, there's so many intangibles. There's so many things that you just can't necessarily peg. So, but I do hope that it will bring as much joy to audiences on your side of the pond as it has to ours.
Brad Oscar equals the producers equals Bialystock equals London. Is that a mathematical scenario that would be of interest to you?
well, I'll tell you, I had the absolute joy. It was almost 2 years ago of spending a week in London, and I had only been once before, back when I was in high school. school, and I was so entranced by the West End. I mean, by the city itself, but just the West End, the history. I would love to come over there and work. So whether it's perhaps at some point with the producers, if that should happen, or something else, I would grab the opportunity.
Brad Oscar, it's been a pleasure talking to you again. I have to say, of all the shows I've ever seen, I make no secret of saying this is my favourite. And your performance really is a testimony to your talent. There are no shows anywhere in the world that ask so much of a performer. You have to sing, dance, keep up with the speed of the songs, remember so much, and do it twice a day on a Saturday and a Wednesday. And I don't know how you do that. Congratulations. I hope I speak to you in another 2 years when you'll still be in it. God knows who you'll be working with then.
Exactly. But thank you so much. You should just come back every week. You make me feel really good about myself.
Good luck with this evening's show. I know you've done one today already. Thank you so much for your time.
You bet. Thank you.